Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this another video for E3 2016, and we're gonna do the Monday afternoon sessions right now, as we are literally T minus 2.5 hours from the start of the Sony PlayStation press conference that will be later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is Michael Fletcher. Thank you for watching this, and what I'm gonna do is okay, what is going to happen now is I'm going to combine the Microsoft press conference and the Ubisoft press conference as one entity. Earlier, you guys saw that I did two separate videos with both EA, and I also did one for Bethesda that actually went down last night. What I what I should have done was combine them together as day one. This is our day two coverage for the afternoon. And because of the fact that the wrestling forum is going on later tonight, I probably am going to try my best to get the Sony in there either late tonight, or I'm going to do it tomorrow and combine that with the Nintendo Treehouse event that they're going to do tomorrow afternoon at 12 p.m. Eastern. That will be basically on all major platforms online. I can't believe they're not doing it right here on TV. I'm very upset about that. However, I'll get into that either later tonight, possibly tomorrow. So let's get right into it. We got the big announcements from Microsoft first. Basically, they did a 2.5 hour press release event for the whole world. It was available on Spike TV. That was actually pretty cool. Spike actually did the event, and this is what we got. So the first major thing that's glaring out there, we actually got major announcements from the Xbox One, as they just announced today an Xbox One Slim. That's right. It's gonna be a little more smaller, a little more slimmer, an economy size type looking Xbox One, and it's coming this August with the price tag of about $300. It was basically officially announced earlier, and plus they did announce a new gaming console is coming in the very near future. Code name Project Scorpio. So Project Scorpio is in the works. It's going to have 4K capabilities. We know that for sure. However, they wanted the game developers and all of the video game hardware makers to start working on these projects for Project Scorpio whenever that comes out. We don't know just yet. Possibly we might get more details about Scorpio next year at next year's E3 in 2017. I'm guessing we might get Scorpio possibly. I'm going to ballpark it around 2018, 2019. I think that's going to be when we might see it, but they did make that shocking announcement. The first that we got to ever hear Project Scorpio. Because remember, Nintendo did it last year where they dropped codename NX on us. Now, hopefully, we'll get some more about NX, even though Nintendo has made it very clear that we might not get anything about it tomorrow during their press release because their main focus is Zelda. However, there is something that happened on the Ubisoft press conference that got us wondering that maybe Nintendo might have to start talking about NX more now, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So, then they announced about Gears of War 4. It is happening, guys. It is coming out. It's coming out possibly later this year because of the fact that they've announced that there's a Horde mode 3.0 confirmed for Gears of War, which is a fan favorite mode. That is definitely going to be along. Another thing I'll address later on, the X Play Anywhere cross promotion that they're going to do. Plus, they also announced a special edition Gears of War Elite controller specially made for Gears of War. You can pre-order that right now. At all major websites, all major retailers should have this. I work for Walmart. I haven't heard anything about that just yet. Possibly Walmart.com will probably have it. They should be available. Possibly, they said around the third or fourth, the third quarter, which is about the fall 2016. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Then there was a new release about Record. And they actually did announce that the game is going to be released in September. Plus, they also gave the first look of actual gameplay for it as well. So, Record, Record looked pretty good. It looked pretty good. It looked pretty decent. I liked it. So, we'll probably get more into that once we get closer to the release date in September. Then, they did talk about Final Fantasy 15. They finally gave us the look, an actual demo of the game. So we got that one coming in. We'll wait and see what happens with Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has always been a big boost and a big shot in the arm. Of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that is more of a Sony thing. So we might get a little more details on what they're going to do with that tonight during their press conference, but we'll wait and see what happens there. Next up, then was a big announcement that Dead Rising 4 has been confirmed. It is making a return. Date has not been announced yet. Possibly either 2016, late 2016, sometime in 2017, but they did announce that they were going to do that as well. Forza Horizon 3 has also been announced as well. They are also going to drop that one very soon. They gave us a first look at a trailer. Plus, they also said that you guys can, and there's actually a demo version of it right now at E3. Basically, it looks sharp. It looks great. They said that you can play with your friends in an open world across PC and Xbox compatibilities. We'll wait and see what happens, how that works out. But, Forza Rising has always been a very good game, solid game, one of my personal favorites, even when I even played the demos, because we have a demo setup display at the Walmart. And I've played the game a couple of times, especially during my lunch periods, or when I had a day off where I'm just shopping around. And I go in once in a while. My coworkers give me a right time. They're like, "Aren't you on the clock yet?" No, guys, I'm not. So, but it's always good. It's one of those games I like. So I can't wait to see what they bring to the stages on this one. All right. This is actually unbelievable, and I cannot believe CG Project Red, you sons of the guns. You gave us The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, gave us probably one of the best RPG game of the year. It was Game of the Year in 2000. I think it was 2015. They got Game of the Year awards, like so many. It was even unbelievable what they did. So what do they do now? They actually give you one of your favorite mini games that was in The Witcher 3. And you guys know what that game is. It's Gwent. That's right. The card game that I had no idea what the hell I was doing, but my brother-in-law is a big fan of it. He plays it religiously. During the side quests, he likes to go into those taverns, play a little Gwent with these guys. So now, what do? They give you an actual standalone game. That's right. CG Project Red are confirming the rumors that it is coming on multi-platform, a standalone game for Xbox One and for PC users out there. The people who loves that card game Gwent, you're getting it. It's coming. Get ready. Possibly at the end of the year to 2017, Gwent will be on store shelves very soon. So next up we had, for all the little kiddies out there, and basically for some of the younger adults that love this game, I don't. It's Minecraft. They announced a mobile PC cross game that will be empowered by Xbox Live, a power version that will be on a cross-play platform through all of major type games. So we'll see what happens there. Then they had a Limbo. This was a new game that they just announced that this is actually gonna be it's a puzzle game. It's from Play Dead's acclaimed puzzle platform games Limbo. They're gonna bring that to the world for us, and actually it's coming this June. But Microsoft reveals that Limbo, it will be free for a limited time. I guess you guys can get it on the Xbox Live program right now. It's going to be out, but the game will officially be dropping this June. So we got that. Of course, they made a big announcement about the Division, the Underground DLC launching this month, first on Xbox One. Plus, they also showed an amazing trailer for the Division as well. And then to close it out, there was a lot of here and there little programs that you can get. Xbox Play Anywhere lets you buy Xbox One games, play it on your PC for free. They also announced programs that when they do have these programs that you can carry over, save achievements, and everything else. Plus, there's also a lot of Killer Instinct Gears of War character General Ram. It's coming out this week, available this week. Guys can log on to the Xbox Live on that one. Microsoft also launches your design your own controller program with 8 million different combinations. That actually is also on the Xbox website and Microsoft website as well. Plus, there's also 3 live Xbox multi-game features detailed that everything you need to know about the club, the group, the looking for a group, and arenas. Plus, they also made one major announcement at the end of the program that did announce the announcement of having Xbox the Project Scorpio, and they actually announced that Project Scorpio will be backwards compatible, meaning your Xbox One games will be available to play on Project Scorpio when that ever comes out. That's a major coup for the Xbox people because of the fact that the one knock that they had initially when the Xbox One was initially released was that it wasn't backwards compatible for Xbox 360 games. Now they did make that feature, making it saying that yes, it will be backwards compatible. So for all you Xbox One lovers, you don't have to throw those games out. You don't have to sell them. If once Project Scorpio does drop, or they'll probably rename it again. Project Scorpio is just a tentative name, but we all know that it'll probably be another name before we get to the actual release date and whatever. But whenever that does happen, it will be backwards compatible to Xbox One games. That's a major coup for them. Well done, Microsoft. A lot better this year than last year. They definitely gave us a lot more to work with. I'm very pleased with the outcome that they did. So let's just drive right in to the next, to the other big announcement that came during our press conferences, and that was from Ubisoft. Ubisoft dropped theirs just a short time ago. They just finished a short while ago. So now here we go. They of course they came out with another Tom Clancy game, Ghost Recon, called The Wildlands. They gave us a 4-player co-op gameplay. It looked really good on screen. I mean, you saw how it was in Ecuador, so they were showing that type of a level and what this was going to look like, and it looks pretty good. It looked pretty good. I like the graphics on it. Looks very solid, so we'll see what they do. Then they announced, oh my god, all right. This one, I almost died laughing. I couldn't stop laughing so hard. South Park, The Fractured Butthole. Okay, now wait. Let me pronounce it. You know how it says for fractured, but for it's Butwhole. So obviously it's play on words, but you already know it's Matt Stone, it's Trey Parker. Those two guys are comic geniuses. They've been so funny. If you remember South Park: The Stick of Truth. When that came out, it almost was like one of the best game, one of the more funniest and brilliant games I've ever seen. This time around, they're going for a superhero type gimmick. They're almost playing off of the Captain America Civil War type movie, but it's a hilarious gimmick. They break so many fourth walls in this game. It's unbelievable. They talked about DC Universe. They talk about Batman. They talked about the three phases of the rollouts. They made a joke about African Americans. What else is new? So it was absolutely what you expect in a South Park game. And believe it or not, it's coming out this year, guys. December 6th. Brian Ferreira, Ian Ferreira. I know you two are. I hope you guys are watching this. Somebody send them a link. Get that game. It's gonna be out very soon. This December, just in time for the holidays, guys. The holidays 2016. What a more funnier way to give them an amazing game than the Fractured Butthole by South Park. All right. So next up we had was For Honor. It was a story campaign mode that they showed. What a game this was. It was an absolute bloody, action-packed, almost reminds me of Gears of War, but with a lot of the it was dark. It was dark. It was blasting. It was amazing. I really loved the body of work that they brought with us on that one. It was amazing as well. Then they also announced that it's also going to be also available for. They also announced that they were going to give us Tom Clancy's The Division. They gave us a little look at what we're going to see, almost similar to what they showed during the Xbox One event or the Xbox Microsoft event. The Division had a little something for the Ubisoft fans, and I would not be surprised if we see more of the Division possibly tonight during the Sony event for the PlayStation 4. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Then Ubisoft got us going nuts. All right. Just Dance 2017 was announced. They had this nice little funny haha at the beginning with a dance routine. Aisha Tyler made the announcement that it was coming later in the year, and she did say that it was going to be available for Xbox One, PS4, for PC, and that was going to be later this year. But then she dropped a nuke and said also available in 2017 for Nintendo NX. Wait a minute. What? Hold on. Wait. Nintendo NX. I thought they were not going to mention anything about NX at E3 this year, because that's what we were hearing, that there was going to be that we were going to hear more about NX in 2016's E3, but then Reggie DeChamay backtracked and said, no, our Treehouse event is going to be about a lot about Zelda and this and that, and we weren't going to get much about NX, not this go around. Now Aisha Tyler comes out and says a game's going to be available for NX in 2017. I thought there was always, I don't know if Nintendo has this gag order or something where no developer is supposed to talk about NX or this or that or blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden now we get a confirmed game for Project and for Nintendo NX for 2017. This is the first game that has actually been even announced for NX. What is up? What is this? So that had a lot of people jumping at their computers, going absolutely crazy. I know Etika from the Etika World Network was saying, I think that there might be some flying stars, or some Aisha Tyler might be in some deep doo-doo with Nintendo. But we'll wait and see what happens with that one. But apparently Just Dance is coming to NX. So there you go, guys. It looks like NX is definitely a thing now, and it's definitely coming. But this was this even rocked me. I was like, wait a minute, did she just say NX? Really? Wow. Okay. So we'll see. Then the next thing we had was a virtual reality game called Star Trek Bridge Crew, and it really the way that they did it was you were basically they put the little VR hookup on them, did everything that they wanted it to do, and now here we go. They talked about this game. It looked really nice. LeVar Burton, one of the original cast members, talked about it as well and said, this was a great game. It felt like I was back on the Enterprise. It felt like I was back, with the guys, and it was so good. I never thought it would be so. It was so realistic and everything else. The way that the play, the voice command, it really looked amazing to say the very least. And I was really, really, really impressed with how this came out. And hopefully you fans also enjoy it as well. Then they made a few announcements. Ubisoft made made three major announcements that had a lot of people jumping up and down, and we'll hear about this. And here's what they did. First off, they said that they're giving away a free game every month this year. If you want to play Prince of Persia: Sands of Time, Ubisoft will be giving it away for the month of June. That's one of the things they did announce. Eagle Flight, which is a multiplayer VR game, has also been announced as well. They showed some gameplay during their press conference that looked very good. And then Ubisoft called Grow Up, listed by ratings boards. There might be a game called Grow Up announced. Well, it was announced, so it is happening. But they did say that there might be more details about it, but you have to go tomorrow, possibly to the Ubisoft website. They'll probably give some full details about the game itself. But Grow Up is coming. It's definitely happening because of the fact that the Little Red Robot became a big thing last year. So they're going to bring them back one more time. And that's it, guys. So there's nothing more to say. Like I said, there's one more press conference to go today, which is the Sony one that goes down in about 2 hours from now at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. out there in LA. I'm going to try to watch as much as I can about it. Also try to keep one eye peeled to Monday Night Raw because, of course, the Wrestling Forum is later tonight. So, like I said, hopefully it doesn't run too far late. If it does, then I'm going to do it tomorrow, lump that together with the Nintendo announcements, what they're going to do. And until then, I'll see you guys later on. I'm Mike Fletcher. So long for now.